I did not time out that starting of the video quite right. All right, Alafia, everybody. This is Tatianna Tarot. Don't mind me. It is Mardi Gras, and I'm eating me a king cake, a piece of king cake. So, I did film you guys a big hefty video with my nice light ring and my beautiful Canon camera. And as Mercury retrograde would have it, it stopped filming in the middle of me talking. Yeah, I think it only took about 10 minutes of my 40-minute video. So it was very frustrating, but to be expected. It is the first day of Mercury retrograde, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I believe. And so we can expect a lot. Coño, la gente no para. You might be hearing some background noise in terms of people texting me, because when it's freaking March and February, everybody wants to freaking eat a piece of my pie and be like, oh, we're in New Orleans. Can we see you? And it's like, I can't be seeing no 80,000 people. All right, you should have told me 3 months ago, not the week of you being here. That's not 80,000 people. That's my friend who's in Ifa, but I'm going to have to call her back. So I'm learning this new thing called patience, and I'm not going to allow myself to get frustrated. And I think that's the most important thing you guys should be learning from this Mercury retrograde is to... Wow, guys, can you please help me out here? Thank you. Is to not get too frustrated and to really enjoy this week, because I got so many messages from last week's video. You know, it's been a hot minute since I've done this consistently. I am putting forth the effort to be more consistent in my content videos. I do enjoy making this happen. So, and I do enjoy talking about the cards. If y'all know me, you know I can't shut up. So this is another video of the Tarot Energy Forecast for the week for March 3rd all the way to the 10th. This week's going to be popping. Like I was mentioning, your comments for the last video was insane. I tried a new method of reading the cards, which is actually not new to me, but just new for the video, which is just intuitive pull and just letting you guys know what I see rather than separating the week into days and reading it on a subconscious, conscious level, ending it with an oracle card. We're going to be doing the same thing. I'm just putting 5 cards intuitively for the week, and an oracle card to summarize the energies for that week. I had already pulled those cards. I had already done my incantations that brings forth the forces that I want to work with for the highest good of all involved. So I'm not going to repeat myself. This video may be fairly short in comparison to what my previous videos are, but Spirit is right there in my ear. And so keep me updated with this video like you did with the last. I know a lot of people said it impacted them in the best of ways. It was fairly accurate. I want to stress that this video is not made for the sake of accuracy. This is not why I do the Tarot Weekly Forecast. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest. There may be the case that the information this week doesn't apply. It could be applying to this month. It could be applying to next week. It could be applying to something that's happened in the past. It's still relevant. It's still a particular reason why Spirit is bringing it up. Another thing that I want to say is that it's important that you guys, not that you can take notes or whatever. If you have an iPhone, you want to take notes there. If you actually have, some of y'all have actual journals that you keep information on, so that's really hella dope. But I say jot things down because it's very much the case that when I'm channeling for the collective, I'm also channeling your higher self and your spirit guides and whatnot. And you may be getting insights as I am doing the reading. You may be thinking of, you may be diving into particular memories, particular things that are on your to-do list, things that resonate with you, that connect the dots. And so it's better that you just write that down in that moment, rather than just waiting on it, marinating on it, and forgetting it altogether. And then you can write down, things you can expect this week as well. So you could just have a heads up moving on. I know we're doing this video on Tuesday. Like I said, it's Mardi Gras. It's a very, 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 very hectic time in our land of New Orleans. This place is like no other. Everything is closed during the season of Carnival. So it's a very fun time, but it's also very all over the place for us locals. So the cards that I have pulled, it's also important to note that all of them have been chosen divinely by Spirit. They always are, but there's a particular difference between cards that flip over on themselves, Spirit that pulls the cards out and make them fall on the floor, and cards that I pull in honor of Spirit. And so these cards were cards that Spirit has divined for you guys. They've flipped over, they've fallen on the floor, and so we know that there's an important message here for y'all. Stay tuned. So I'm pulling out 5 cards, trying not to eat my king cake and talk at the same time, because I know I'll be watching some of y'all on Instagram and YouTube. Y'all be having all types of things in your mouth while you're reading, and it's very distracting. The Virgo in me is like, that's very distracting. So let's see. For the first time, yo tengo una mesa aquí. A little table, right? Sahara may join us. Sahara may not join us. She's watching SpongeBob. So, So one of the things that just jumps up at me, Nena, cálmate, por favor. She's probably eating her crib and having a field day. Right. So one of the things that jumps up to me, Jesus Christ, is the tower. The tower is right here in the center of the spread. The tower, right? So the tower is a kind of like an iffy card. A lot of people get scared. A lot of people get hella anxiety when they see it. It's important for you to know that for the most part, when we see this card, it is talking about something that we inherently thought was maybe stable or secure, or wasn't an aspect of our lives that we really had to touch base on and check up on, and like that's good, that's doing good, we can leave it alone, or it's not something that you would consciously think that there's any course of action you would have to take. The tower, however, will pull the rug from your feet. It is very much an Oya card. An Oya in the Yoruban pantheon of Ifa, of Lukumi, or Regla de Ocha, Santeria, and those practices, Oya is the spirit of pulling and yanking your edges off and getting your attention. Okay, she does this, and she's a very much a benevolent spirit. She's a warrior in many cases. She's very strong. But she also wants you to take accountability for your own life. And the tower is a situation that happens that gets you to do just that. And when I say it's usually something that you're oblivious to or you're not conscious of, is because you're deliberately not choosing to put your consciousness there or your focus there, or you've been turning a blind eye to it. You've been like, oh, that's not really happening, or shit, there's nothing I can do right now, so why do I have to focus on that? Or making excuses for things in which spirit and energy and life force has been trying to get your attention over and over and over and over again. So the tower happens when they're like, yeah, we've had enough. Get that beer out of the freezer. Okay. So the tower will happen when... That's my husband. Hold on. Time out. The tower will happen when there are situations that you need to tend to immediately. Okay? So, where the hell did you put this? Oh. Alright. Bueno. Back to business. My bad, y'all. But anyway, so the tower is really discussing having autonomy over yourself, being empowered to do the work that you know you need to do. And usually it's hard work. This could be coming in the form of your finances, in your relationships, in your relationship to self, in your family, in your career, in your health. Like I said, don't turn a blind eye to what is happening. Usually the Tower can come in the form of a situation that's like, fuck, I could have avoided this. Now I lost my job. Now this extremity happened in my relationship. Or this, there's this illness that came out of nowhere. I don't want to scare you guys. It's really not a scary card. It could come in the most subtle of ways and also can come in the most dramatic of ways. But do not lose your power by thinking you are not in power. Do not lose your power by thinking, oh my God, this is a very strong, unavoidable force. Actually, the Tower is very much of a warning sign. There's smoke that's emitting somewhere, okay? And usually it's the case that you are already savvy of where that smoke is coming from. And the Tower is crumbling. Metaphorically, the Tower is crumbling. It wants to be rebuilt. It needs better cement. It needs a better structure. And it is your responsibility to do that. If something crumbles in your life, hypothetically speaking, should there be a situation, because it's in the center of this spread, it's very possible that something dramatic has already happened, or it's just freaking flaming, all right? And it's around you and you're like, I can feel it. The Tower is then acting as a warning sign. It is a major arcana card. This is a major theme of dismantling things in your life in order to liberate you, in order for you to be the Oya in your life, to act as the destroyer, to create what is real, what is sustainable, and what's for your highest good. If you're shitty at finances, then your finances have to hit rock bottom for you to get the memo as okay, I can't be ignoring my credit card bills. I can't be working this dead-end job that really doesn't pay me anything. You're going to get some sort of clarity as to what the best course of action is. Sahara! I'm going to go grab her. Hold on. She's hollering so much. Pause. Okay, Mama, you're dramatic. Calm down. You wanted to be in the video? You wanted to be in the video. You always want to be in the video. You always want to be in the video. Oh my God, you so wanted to be in the video. You knew. You knew. All right. So I'm just going to have to do it from the table. She probably wants to breastfeed. Part 2, right? Part 2, right? Okay. All right, y'all. So the Tower, take it as a card of empowerment. Take it as a card as I'm not sleeping on myself, and I don't want the situation to be the absolute worst for me to then take action. Like, don't be that obnoxious kid where your parents have been telling you, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this a trillion times before your ass finally gets popped. That's the Tower on a more cosmic scale, right? We don't want to be that kid that gets popped, right? Okay? It's really simple. It's simple. So, being a major arcana, it's an overlying theme. It's a big thing that's happening in our lives at this time. But what's beautiful is that we also have another major arcana coming in the form of the Sun. And the Sun discusses immense clarity. It talks about aha moments, awakenings. It talks about empowerment again. It talks about giving us the motivation, giving us the clear path of action we should be taking. Whether it's a person coming through our lives that has a solution, whether it's our mind that is finally mentally clear with the solution. Okay? So the Sun falling next to the Tower, definitely telling us that you're not going to be dumb to the situation that the Tower, of what the Tower is in your own life. You're going to be able to know what exactly it is that you need to be doing, how you need to do it, when you need to do it, why you need to do it, and how you need to fix it. But the Sun is also going to it's almost like it's such a little bit of a paradox, because the Tower is not always the most glorious card. But the Sun is almost like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. Or, you know what? I needed to clean up this whole mess, because really my vision and my future is so much glorious and greater than what I've been living. And I'm ready to step it up. I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to ascend. And all of this crumbs and this fakeness needs to go away, right? So the Tower could be dismantling in some way. And sometimes it is erasing false energy that appeared to be real. Whether it was the way that you've been treating yourself, the way people have been treating you, an environment, a dynamic you have been participating in, that is being cleared from your path, okay? New gifts, good news is coming in lieu of that. All right? And some of y'all could even feel it coming. Some of y'all are like, oh my goodness, here with the Two of Wands, this is almost like foreshadowing. Two of Wands has reached its limit. This character can't go further than where he is in terms of elevation here. He can go this way, he can go to the past, he can go to the future, but he can't level up and get a higher status. So he must leave. He must find someplace else to build his building. Okay, we're sticking with the building metaphors here. So this is saying that he's kind of foreshadowing what is to come. All of this beauty on the horizon. His ambition is held in the globe, right? Very, very ambitious. Very beautiful things happening for you. Big blessings. Happiness within. Think about your innate joy as you were when you were a child. And how that seems to bless up the room around you. And how to carry that moving forward. How to carry this sense of confidence that you're going to be feeling. That everything is going to be all right. Even though you may feel some anxiousness on what's going on. The Two of Wands is this period of preparation. So this is a period of preparation. May not be the case that the Tower is happening. Maybe the case that the Tower has already happened and now you just got to relax and prepare and just really anchor yourself in the vision of what you want clearly. What do you want? How would you like things to be in the positive tense? Write it out. Tomorrow is the new moon in Pisces. We've got a lot of Pisces energy in accordance to this first card. Knight of Cups. This is a card of intuition. This is a card of answers coming to you in a very mystical, metaphysical way. This is a card that's prompting you to be vulnerable, to open your heart to receive. That there is something or someone coming that is healing you. This could actually just be downloading energy. This could be in the form of a physical gift. Could be in the form of a sign. This could be in the form of somebody having a good conversation with you. You needed to hear what you needed to hear in that moment. But the Knight of Cups is very much also wearing their heart on their sleeve. Artistic, creative sensibilities. It may be the desire to feel a new feeling. Right. You want to feel a new feeling. Whatever wasn't working anymore in the Tower, you know, okay, that's fake. What kind of feeling, if I had a palette of emotions and vibrations, what would I choose? And what do I need to do emotionally to support that feeling, to invoke that feeling, to sustain that feeling? Maybe it's creating art. Maybe it's diving back into a hobby. Maybe it's talking to a good friend. Maybe it's healing others. Maybe it's declaring yourself as the healer of yourself and the healer of other people. That's also the Knight of Cups. Because as much as you want to receive, there is an aspect of giving that has to happen. There's balance. We have that balance in the Knight of Cups. It's a very emotion card. So you're working through emotions. You're working through feelings. And in lieu of the Tower happening, in lieu of your clarity and your good news coming, in lieu of the joy and the celebration that's coming, we're getting the Four of Swords, which suggests you to slow down. You got to slow down. You got to take it easy. Right? You done? You're okay. You got to take it easy. Because the Four of Swords really discusses you're very spoiled. really discusses um, the need for sacred space, the need to calm yourself down, the need for you to hold space while you go through these emotional changes. This is not a oh, and I gotta say this because it's been happening a lot for me. This is not a time for you to be reaching out to people, seeing people, talking to an immense amount of people, unless that's going to heal you, unless that's going to support you on your journey. Stop. Stop. Mommy's giving you the milk. What's wrong? Are you sleepy? Stop fussing. There you go. Unless that's going to support you in your journey. Because what it could do is that during this time of you releasing all those energies and you needing space for yourself, you could be very much attracting people that are in the need of healing themselves, or they want validation, and it's just text is here, text is there, call here, call there, and it's just too much. You need to be focusing on you. You need to be focusing on your emotional process. You need to be focusing on the tower that just happened in your life. You need to be focused on rebuilding whatever scenario needs to be rebuilding, adding on new frequencies, downloading new frequencies, interpreting the signs, interpreting your intuition, because you will be getting signs. And the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords is giving you insights, giving you clear insight on how to avoid the tower, how to rebuild the tower, and how to get to the sun. That's clear. But you're gonna need space, because there could be people that's like, oh, help fill my cup too. And at the same time, there will be people that's like, here's some of my cup I would like to share. So you're gonna have to discern when is the right time to share with you, share with them, to let loose, to let go after you're done emotionally purging, and when is the right time for you to hold back and just be like, I don't want to see nobody for a long time. That's okay. Do not feel guilty, because if you are not feeling better, nothing else is going to get better in your life. Let me see qué más. With this whole combination, do not rush into any situation. Take your time, even if you're feeling pressured. Really, what's happening in the tower, you're going to get big, big blessings from it. So this is not anything to fear. This is just a matter of the right timing, divine timing. It had to happen a while ago. It's happening now. Sun is a rebirth. So you're feeling more confident, more able to respond, responsible, right? More competent, more radiance. You could be glowing. More creative. This is a beautiful time to take those ideas that you've had and to put them out into the world. But hoard them. Keep them to yourself. Don't be talking to nobody about your ideas and your visions. At the same time, if this is not applying to you, it could be the case that it is applying to someone around you. And you should be acting as a force of inspiration and of healing to other people around you, to whoever is in need. Because the Knight of Cups can very much be, it is your turn to give your cup to another person, because you might have the right antidote, the right medicine for them to thrive on. Some of you guys actually may physically be moving, or may have already moved, or may be thinking about relocating. I do see travel. I do see motion happening. One, there is emotion, energy in motion, that's still moving through your body from last week. Absolutely. Clearing out. Death is happening this week. A purge. That is a tower. It is very dramatic. You may have a freaking breakdown. It is okay. As long as you are containing that energy in a space where you're not projecting it to other people, where you're not being unfair, and you could be raging it in your house. You can take out your emotions creatively. Write that thing that you've been waiting to write about. Create a video of your poetry. Knit, draw, paint, dance. because the Tower is woohoo. Mourn. Take the time to mourn the old you. Take the time to mourn whatever it is that is crumbling from your life. You don't need it anymore, but that doesn't mean that logically your emotions might be there, but logically it might take some time for you to catch up to your emotions. So this move could even be you in retrospect knowing what is to come, but not being able to fully comprehend it. So let's see what is going on for the week of March 3rd all the way to March 10th with the Oracle card. What is the Oracle card of the week? Spirit, what is our Oracle card for the week? Ooh, girl, you about to let my booby all out in public. Thank you. No, we're not doing this. This is not back and forth because you have had milk, you have had food. Now you're just flossing for YouTube. Anyway, we're getting the element of Earth as our card of the week. Earth talks about what is tangible, what is real on the ground. Okay, for one, it is good to ground, quite literally, whether it's going outside, putting our feet on the grass, doing some yoga, doing some physical activity, working with herbs, consuming tinctures, doing anything that deals with the ground, planting, buying more plants, doing pottery work, right? Earth can also talk about manifestations, the physical realm. Right? It's a powerful week to manifest. Like I said, the new moon in Pisces is coming through. The new moon in Pisces is coming through. Do you want some king cake? Okay. Is that a no? You like it? You've definitely had it before. You had some yesterday. Feed yourself. So let me tell you what is mentioned in the book. The tangible world and all that is physical in nature. What you can see, feel, touch invites you to participate in enjoying it. Inviting in earth energy to your current situation will bring more stability at this time. Be kind to this temple of a physical body that is the home for your soul. It requires adequate nutrition and rest. Meditate on this symbol when you want more of a connection to the physical plane and validation of all that is here in the third dimensional world with you. Honor it, see it, feel it, experience it with love and respect. So that is Earth. Ashe. Ashe. So take that. Know that it is a very woo-woo week, okay? Trust everything that comes in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. Trust the signs you see. Work on validating yourself. It is Pisces season. It is the new moon in Pisces. We do have Mercury retrograde in Pisces. So you're going to be hyper intuitive. But for that reason, you're going to need a lot of grounding because this is water season. Mira, nena, que no. You're going to spill it on my phone, and that's going to definitely be Mercury retrograde. So Sahara has eliminated all the cards on the table, and what is left? The sun. So remember, anything that raises your vibration. It could even be an awesome week for you to get readings or to give yourself readings. But anything that raises your vibration is suggested that you participate in it because you're going to need it more than ever. But it should be a radical. It should be a radical week. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. You can book a virtual session with me on myurbanillumination.com. You can check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Tatianna Tarot. That's TATIANNA, 2 N's, okay? And to send me an email, hello@Tatianna Tarot. Thank you so much. Mwah. Mwah. We'll see you next week.